And this month is very, very important because it's a time of healing. And the question we need to ask ourselves, do we really believe, do I believe, I don't know, Esther, Barnea, anyone, do we really believe that in the day of Rosh Hashanah, everything in our life can change? If we are coming with the right vessels, and if we are letting go of things that are not working for us, can we really believe that everything can just change dramatically? We think that, oh my God, I carry that pain, and I carry that chaos, and I carry that tikkun with me for so many years. Do I really believe that at the time of Rosh Hashanah, I can gain a totally new vessel that is not including the pain or the patterns or the habit that I had before? And everything starts here. Do I really believe, like the Rav said, certainty? Do I know? Knowledge. Do I really know that I'm going to Rosh Hashanah and everything after Rosh Hashanah will look different for me? Can I really believe that? And that's a question we want to ask ourselves. We have 2 more weeks, no less, a week and a half, right? We have a week and a half before Rosh Hashanah, and we're still preparing the vessel. Everything in the month of Elul, in the month of Virgo, is preparing a worthy vessel to receive that light. So we are going, Rosh Hashanah, we are going to be one with the light, one with the Creator. So we were able to receive everything that the Creator actually created the center too, that the Creator created the world for us. The portion of Ki Tavo, again, it's a lot of reproving. It starts with the Bikurim. Bikurim is the first, the first fruit that you have. The first fruit that, like, you came to the land of Israel and you grew up nice trees. And then you're waiting for those trees to come and you can't wait to just pick up a nice fruit and eat it. And then the Torah said, no, the first fruit is not for you. You have to take it all the way to Jerusalem, to the Holy Temple, and then you have to, talk to the Kohen. What does it say there? You have to talk to the Kohen, and you need to tell him, like, that, you came from Egypt, and it was very hard for you there, and you suffered a lot, and now you know that finally is good. You're taking the first fruit, and you bring it to the Kohen, and you bring it to, and you still, v'samachta b'kol hatov asher natan lecha Hashem Elokecha, and you still need to be very happy with everything that the Creator is giving you. And by the way, in Israel this year is the year of Shemitah. It's very, very difficult. If you remember, Shemitah is, again, that you need to leave the land for after every 6 years. So every 7th year, you have to just leave the land. So all the farmers in Israel and all the people who has wineries and, they just leave the land. And not only that they leave the land, they just open the gates for everyone to come and take. I think it needs to be a very special person, very, very strong, with a lot of like certainty to do something like that. And yet there are people who does it, and the miracles are unbelievable, because the Creator promise, you're going to leave the land for the 7th year. I'm going to give you double 3 in the next year. And people do that, and miracles, that's why they continue to do that. Miracles happening all the time. Why am I mentioning all this? Okay, it's in this portion, to bring the first fruit. And that's all the restriction that we are talking about, that we are not grabbing, that we are not coming out of lack, that we really have certainty that if I'm going to give the first fruit, my sustenance is promised after. Okay, because that tree that I didn't take the first fruit and I gave it away will give, fruits forever. And that's what I always said, not with an expiration date. So yes, it's very, very difficult. Sometimes, we are talking about restriction. We're talking about things that but we don't have it. We want it. Why we don't have it? Right? But again, like we spoke so many times, when we're coming from a place of lack, when we don't really trust, Even if we eventually get what we want, it will have an expiration date. So in this portion, we can really have that energy to hang on and to face whatever it is. And to know that if we don't have something in our life right now, that's fine. And we need to be happy anyway. And I'm not saying be happy and says, I don't care about it, because this is the lie we tell ourselves. Oh, I don't care if I have it. If someone hurt you and you're trying to be a spiritual person and you say, I don't care that it hurts you. No, I'm restricting right now. Then you lie to yourself. You lie to yourself because you did get hurt and you do care. We do care what people think of us. We do care when people hurt us. And when we're trying to be spiritual people and said, it's okay, I don't care. We're just lying to ourselves constantly, and then it doesn't go away. We do care. It's really difficult. But I have certainty. We read about the portion of Amalek last week to remove the doubt. But I have certainty that I want to, with someone hurt me right now, it hurts. I care. But with what happened right now, I want to take that pain that I have and I want to cleanse it. I want to remove it from my life. So we cannot really lie to ourselves, because everything begins and ends with us lying to ourselves. Okay? Anyway, so we were talking about the Bikurim. So the portion starts with Bikurim, and then it goes, Vidui Masarot is talking about tithing, and then the third part is the blessing and the curses. And if you guys speak Hebrew or understand Hebrew, and if you understand the curses that is written, 98 curses that is written in this portion, it's very, very difficult to listen. Very difficult to listen. And Rav said that 98 is actually tzach. It's cleansing. So when we hear this, it's cleansing. But again, I cannot lie to myself and say, it's cleansing, so it's beautiful to my ear. It's horrible to my ear. Every time I hear it, I'm like, I want to go into myself. And I was like, oh my God. Very difficult to listen to it. But with, every word that is written there, if we could just meditate, that it's just, with every word that is hard for us. I mean, even imagine the pain that we're going through. Someone hurt us and we feel pain, but we're not lying to ourselves. We say it's painful, but that's what's going to cleanse me. That's what's going to, that the pain that I'm feeling right now, please beg the Creator that it's not going to be for vain. Because if I'm going to lie to myself, it's going to be for vain, and then someone else will come and hurt me again. We don't want to waste our life like that. It does hurt. We admit, we don't lie to ourselves. It does hurt. If someone asks us to do something and we don't like it, and we're doing it anyway, we're losing twice, because first we did something that we don't like, and second, we don't gain any energy from it. None whatsoever. On the contrary. We can draw energy of victim again, an energy of someone is taking away something from me and someone is not appreciating me. So you're doing something, you think you're doing something good, but if you did it because you have no choice, there's nothing there. Okay, so remember, also astrologically, everything that we have in the sky right now, it's about making choices. Rosh Hashanah, one of the things that we really want to, to ask the Creator, that we will have the courage to make our own choices, to decide about our own life. And if there is a situation that still, it feels like I don't have a choice, make it a choice. If I don't have a choice, I have to, work in that job now. So at least, okay, so for you choose that, okay, this is the situation right now. I need to work in that job right now. And I choose to be happy. I choose that as long as I'm in that job, I'm going to make my 100%. But I still want another job, or I still want, to grow, to open my own business, to do whatever it is. But in that moment, make a choice that as long as you're in that job, you're happy. All right, so it's always about choices. When we see what's happening in the sky, Mercury in Virgo, trine Pluto in Capricorn today, and also today we said we have Venus opposite Chiron in Libra. So Mercury in Virgo, Mercury in Virgo, first of all, Mercury is the ruler of Virgo. Is very, very sharp, very sharp. When you ask something for a Virgo, they'll tell you the truth, in the face. This is what it is. It's so easy to see the simple truth, to see I'm good at it, I'm not good at it. Like to really be able, Mercury in Virgo is able to go, it's sharp, to see things very, very clear, very, very clear. So that's the beautiful of Mercury in Virgo is in his own sign, is smart, is clear, is simple, is to the target. All right. And he's trine Pluto. Pluto is transformation and is in Capricorn. So first of all, trine is a good aspect. It means the sharpness of the Virgo the Mercury in Virgo, and can have or form a nice relationship with Pluto. Pluto is transformation. Pluto is transformation in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn is structures. It's things that we used to do that. We used to certain things. Capricorn is also a very religious sign. Every time you see a lot of Capricorn in someone's chart, that someone has to follow the rules. Because if a person will not follow the rules, the person will feel that that he's doing something wrong, that he's not on the right path, that it's and he's afraid. A person with a lot of Capricorn, you're going to see where Capricorn in your chart, and you're going to see where do you have discipline, and actually when you can build a structure, but also where are you afraid that if you're not going to follow that structure, maybe something bad will happen to you, or maybe you'll be punished, because it's a very religious sign. All right, it's punishment and reward. That's the sign of Capricorn. So when Pluto is trying to change that structure. There is not, and that's what we learn a lot in the last years. When Pluto entered into Capricorn, he collapsed all structures. If you remember, 2008 bank fell, and every structure that we felt like it was safe was falling. And the structures in our own life, where do I feel that I don't deserve something? Where do I feel that maybe I'm not making a lot of effort to make money, therefore I don't have money. Maybe I'm too lazy. Maybe how we judge ourselves, and then if we promise that we're going to do something and we're not doing it, the Capricorn will tell us, you didn't do it. You're going to be punished for it. It's not something that we actually think, but it's automatically in our subconscious. That's how the subconscious is running our life. So when we have that Pluto in Capricorn, it's a gift for all of us to really remove structures in life and belief system that we deserve or don't deserve. So when Mercury in Virgo is trying that Capricorn, is allowing us to see very simple, very in a simple matter. Yes, maybe I promised to do that, but I didn't do it, but I'll do it tomorrow. It's not a problem. I can still do it. It's very simple because I already established that I can do that. Mercury and Virgo can see what are we capable and what we're not capable to do. So when they are trying, it gives us more of a clear picture of, what the truth can actually be for us. And tomorrow, that Mercury in Virgo will quincunx. How we hear in the last few weeks, we hear a lot about that aspect that called quincunx, 150 degrees, because we have all the personal planets on one side, and all the Aquarius, Virgo and Aquarius are always going to be in quincunx, and what I want to say. So, and we said that quincunx is things that we have no control over it, or it looks like they're not related to one another. So that Mercury in Virgo will quincunx Jupiter in Aquarius. Okay, so Jupiter in Aquarius, like we said, wants to really set up free. Also Saturn in Aquarius wants to set up free. Uranus, that planet that rules Aquarius, is in Taurus again, is separating us from everything that we feel we cannot live without. So the energy that we have in the world right now is an energy that we can find our own place in this world. We can find, what we meant to do here, each and every one of us in our own individual work, and together as a society. We said that, we're talking about it for weeks now, okay? Because we have all the time, we have that quincunx that is happening. Before Venus was quincunxing because she was in Virgo, and bottom line is that Jupiter wants to set up free, okay? And again, Mercury in Virgo is very sharp. Let's use the sharpness of that Mercury in Virgo, because on Monday is going to go into Libra. Mercury is going to go into Libra. So let's use that time of this week that we still have that Mercury in Virgo, to be very clear about our path. To be very clear, I'm going to Rosh Hashanah. What do I want to achieve next year? Who do I want to be? What is my truth? What are my talents? What am I willing to fight for? Let's be honest. Let's be very clear about that. All right? And because it's quincunx, and if we're really open, things will happen by themselves. Okay, things will just gonna have a divine way of finding it. So if we really take the time to ask, what is our real truth? What is my true talent? What is my true desire? What do I want to gain in that Rosh Hashanah? How do I prepare a vessel towards that Rosh Hashanah that my life is about to change? Let's use that aspect that we have right now. That Jupiter in Aquarius, that will push us towards our freedom, that will push us towards making our own decisions, not to be influenced by others, not to be influenced by our own lack, not to be influenced by our pain, not to be influenced by things that we are not managing to do yet. And to be very clear, how do we want to move on from here? It's a beginning. How do I want to start my new beginning? It's a preparation work, because while in Rosh Hashanah, in Rosh Hashanah, after every set of blowing of the shofar, we are reading Hayom Harat Olam. We're finishing the setting of the blowing, and then we say Hayom Harat Olam after every setting. And Hayom is today, Harat is to be pregnant. Olam is the world. It's like the world is pregnant with all those souls again. And whatever is going to come from that pregnancy, it's only going to be according to the vessel we created. So we want to use that Mercury in Virgo, sharp energy of clarity, okay? Who are the people that we want to be in the time? Or in the next year, what are we going to achieve that in Rosh Hashanah, and what kind of people and what kind of life we are going to have after this Rosh Hashanah.